Hey everyone, this is the second video for the getting started videos. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to talk about 3 pieces of software. And they all have to do with connecting and using a computer called Matrix. So the 3 pieces of software that I'm going to talk about in this video are the VPN, the terminal, and the FTP client FileZilla. Okay, so let's get started. Now, when you think about your computer, the one oftentimes when you're first starting to learn to program, you think about the computer as the computer that's in front of you, right? Like you write some software and it's running on your computer, right? The only thing is that that's not actually true for a lot of software that we write. Sometimes what we write is actually running on a computer very far away from us. We may never have physically seen or touched this computer at all. So in order for us to actually write software of significance, we will often make use of computers that we've never seen. We don't know exactly what it is. It's multiple users are accessing the same computer, things like that. And in your first semester, you're going to be accessing this computer that we named Matrix. So Matrix is a computer. It's located somewhere in Seneca. I don't know where it is. I don't think I've ever seen it. And that none of that matters. We're still going to be able to connect to it and talk to it and do things on Matrix, even though we never are actually anywhere near Matrix, okay? So how this works is this. If you are on a computer, what you do is you use a program to talk to Matrix. Now, there's different ways that you can talk to Matrix. Sometimes if all you want to do is transfer a file, you will use a file transfer program, an FTP program, okay? If you are wanting to actually tell Matrix to do things, then you will have to issue commands to it. And you do that through some sort of terminal program, okay? So on a Mac, the terminal program can be accessed, is a program that you have available to you with your Mac. So first of all, you don't have to do any installation for the terminal. You already have this program. So don't go and get putty, okay? You don't need it, okay? You already have a good terminal. It's called terminal. So where this program is located is here. So if you go to your open up a Finder window, go to your applications, and then scroll down until you find your utilities folder, okay? And inside the utilities folder, you will find the terminal app. So right there, okay? So if you double click on the terminal app, it will bring up this window. Excuse me. Now, I'm going to make this window a little bit bigger by just zooming in. Now, this is not a very exciting looking window. You've got some text going on, right? But basically, this is a Unix prompt. Your Macs are actually POSIX compliant. Excuse me. This means that your Macs can run Unix commands. That's what that means, okay? So for example, I can, instead of using like clicks to get somewhere in my program, in my computer, I can actually use Unix commands like cd till doc w2024 orientation. Excuse me. Okay, so this is the orientation program. Excuse me. This is the orientation folder that I have already set up. I have a couple of files here that I wrote out. There's a hello program. Don't worry about what this program is or how I wrote that. It's basically just a program that I wrote, okay? And I can access that program using my terminal. Or I can also click through using my Finder as well, right? Like that's the other way. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is because this terminal application, while it's possible for you to use it to deal with your own computer, you can also use it to connect to Matrix. Now, to connect to Matrix, all we have to do is issue an SSH command. The SSH command that I'm going to run is this: SSH, your Seneca username. Okay, so in this case, Catherine.learn is my username. This is the part before the @ sign on your email. Okay, then you're going to type the @ but you're not going to type my Seneca. Instead, you're going to type matrix.senecapolytechnic.ca. That's how you're going to access Matrix. Hit return. Now, this time, right at this moment, it doesn't seem to be doing anything. And the reason it isn't doing anything is it actually can't connect right now. And the reason that it can't connect has to do with where I am. So I'm currently at home, and Matrix is located at Seneca. So I'm outside of the Seneca network. And so right now, if I try to connect, it's not going to let me because I'm not inside the Seneca network. In order to get inside the Seneca network, if you're external, you have to use the VPN. So think of the VPN as basically a door that you could use to access the computer. So in order for me to connect, I have to first connect to the VPN. The VPN then lets me connect to Matrix. So I have to use this VPN software first before it will let me actually get into Matrix. So you can see that, like before, it just looks like it was hung. It just looks like it was just standing there, not doing anything. That's because I'm not connected to the VPN right now. So to connect to the VPN, you have to install that VPN software. By the way, do this at home. Trying to install that VPN software at school seems to be generally, it doesn't work. Okay, so if you're trying to do this at orientation and you didn't install the VPN, you can't install it while you're at Seneca. It just, the connections just fail. Now, you don't actually have to worry about using the VPN if you're at Seneca, because if you're at Seneca, you're here, okay? So if you're connected to Senanet, your computer isn't outside, your computer is over here somewhere, and it's inside the Seneca network. So you don't need the VPN. You only need the VPN if you are outside of the Seneca network, okay? So, I'm going to use the VPN. Now, after you've installed the VPN software, it will seem like that you haven't installed it. Like, that's how I felt when I first installed it. But what will happen after you've done the installation is that you're going to get this globe-looking icon in your menu bar. Click on it, and this is where you would do the connection. That's all there is to this piece of software. You click on the globe, you use your Seneca username, password. Now, because I'm staff, I actually have a little bit extra thing that I have to do using my fob. So I'm just going to add another thing here. And there, I am. Oh, I must have typed something in wrong. Sorry. So I'm going to just very quickly find my password. I'll put my password in over here. Password, comma, and I'm going to get a new code just in case. That's the correct one. And it is trying to connect. I think it'll connect this time. Oh, there it is. Now we're connected. So now that I've connected, if I issue the exact same command, okay, so same command, I haven't done anything different. You can see very quickly I'm now connected. So you see how this page comes up? That means you're connected to Matrix. At this point, you're going to use your password to get in. So I'm going to use my password. There we go. And now I'm inside. So you go, well, okay, that's still a lot of text. What's the difference? Well, before, remember when I did an LS, I had two files, a.out and hello.c. Those were the two files that I had inside this folder called orientation. Now over here, now that I'm connected to Matrix, if I do the same command ls, look at all the different files that I have. Now this is a collection of files I've had for years. It's not particular, nothing here is particularly useful, okay? But these are files that are currently in my Matrix account, okay? And I can see those files by doing ls. I can see all the files that I have, okay? So when I type ls this time, I'm not on my computer. This isn't happening on my computer. This is happening over here. Before I connected, when I typed ls, I was working over here. After I connect, everything that I type basically just gets sent to Matrix. Matrix figures out what files I have, tells me, sends it back, okay? Now, there's different things that you can do, so the terminal is how you communicate. And in your OPS class, your teacher will talk all about Unix commands, and you can learn how to communicate with Matrix in multiple different ways and all the things that you can do. So we're not going to do any of that. I'm just going to show you one very quick thing. I'm going to connect to Matrix using the FTP program FileZilla. So again, this is just an FTP install. If you go to the Getting Started site, you go to FileZilla, and then from here, click FileZilla, and then scroll down, and then there's a project download page. When you click on this, you will have all of these options. You don't need the pro version. You only need the basic version. So just download it from here and you're good to go, okay? Now, this particular program is fairly simple to use, actually. All you need to do is use it to, again, connect to Matrix, right? Again, if you're not connected to the VPN, you won't be able to use this program either. So this program only works if you can get into the Seneca network. So either you are at Seneca and you're using Senanet, or you're using the VPN, okay? So option A, option B. If you don't have either, if you're not doing either, then it's not going to let you connect. So to use FileZilla, this is what you do. So there's this icon right here at the top left. Click on it, and it brings you up the site manager. Okay. Now the site manager, I'm going to create a new site. Ignore what I have here. I've done demos before. So click on the new site button. Now, different versions of FileZilla might be slightly different for you, but it should still have something like new site. Click on it. And so you have to set this up first before you can change the name. So we're going to do that. So under protocol here, you're going to flip this to SFTP. If you don't do this, it doesn't work. So make sure it's SFTP, not FTP. Okay. The S is really important. Okay. The host is Matrix. So we're going to type in matrix.senecapolytechnic.ca. Logon type normal. User is you. So I'm Catherine.learn at Seneca Poly. Oh, sorry. Actually, just Catherine.learn. I don't need the rest because the rest of it is there. So again, just your username and then your password. Now, grab my password here. I'm going to put it in. Hit OK. And that's it. Oh, I think I forgot to give it a new name. So right now it's still called new site. I'm going to call it Matrix 3 because I have 2 other ones already. Now, you will probably only just have one. So I'm going to click on Matrix 3. I'm going to hit the connect button. And it's trying something. Oh, it doesn't like it. I might have typed this in wrong. Oh, I did type it in wrong. My bad. I typed in Seneca. I forgot the A in Seneca. So now I'm going to fix that. I'm going to hit connect, and that should also save it. Yep, we're good to go. Okay, so make sure you type properly. Missing an A, not going to connect. All right, there we go. So now I have on the left-hand side here, this is the folder, the orientation folder. So you can see my 2 files here. So this screen is basically, but down here is divided into 2. On the left-hand side over here, this is on my local computer, the one that's in front of me. On the right-hand side is Matrix. Okay, so this is really a simple drag and drop program. Okay, so if I want to take a file like hello C and put it into Matrix, I just have to drag from left to right. Okay, so in fact, why don't we do that? So right now, if you take a look at my files, if I do an ls, there is no hello.c here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag hello.c from my computer in front of me over to the right into matrix. So I'm just dragging it in, and I don't even want to put it into a folder. I'm just going to drag it in. And I'm trying not to put it into a folder, so I'm just going to drag it in. Now, once I do that, you can sort of see it here. But more easy is you can come over here and just say ls. And now you can see that I have a hello.c. This wasn't here before. So originally, no hello.c. Now I have a hello.c. Okay, and that was because I used the FTP program to drag the file from one computer to the other. Now, if I want to transfer a file back the other way, I can do that. So for example, I have another file here called pointer.cpp, ptr.cpp. So I'm going to just drag it the other way. Take ptr.cpp, and I'm going to drag it back to my local computer. So this is a way for you to put files between the two computers very easily. Okay. Now, I'm not going to close this, but if I open up a new window, oops. So this is another terminal window. I want to go to the folder, so till doc W2024 and orientation. Now remember, before there were only two files, a.out and hello.c. Now that I've dragged the file in, you see I now have an a.out, hello.c, and a pointer.cpp, ptr.cpp file. So that pretty much shows you three programs. Terminal, okay, that you use to talk to another computer or to your own computer if you want. A FTP program that lets you transfer files between two computers, and also the VPN, which lets you connect to Matrix. You cannot connect to Matrix without the VPN if you're outside, okay? So that pretty much sums it up for this video. Thanks, everyone.